Hello, all. Today, I really want to talk about the four levels of consciousness. Why it is important is because we need to understand where we are at in our consciousness level. Now, recently, I'm also into this Krishna consciousness program where I am understanding about the preachings of Krishna, but I'm not going to confuse that to what I'm going to say. But we need to understand our consciousness level. This I learned from Michael Beckwith. He's a spiritual leader and he talks a lot about well being and the spiritual well being, basically. But this is derived from that. The core concept is from Michael Beckwith. In Manasvi healing, we talk about four levels of consciousness. The first level is the victim consciousness. As the name indicates, we operate from why this has happened to me, why me, and we blame others, we have comparison, we judge people, we have a lot of weighing down energies like the emotions, heavy emotions, and for every solution we may come up with a problem, so it's never that we can navigate through easily. So that is the victim consciousness. And the second is the empowered consciousness, where we are skilled at certain things and we work through that level of competence, able to navigate through the challenges in a very logical way, also emotional way. But it's all about achieving things, conquering things. It's more of the push energy. That is empowered consciousness. The third level is the elevated consciousness. And that's where we are all aiming to, at least I am aiming to raise up to that. So, elevated consciousness is not about being victim, not about being all empowered, like, okay, I'm able to achieve this. It's all about masculine energy. But elevated consciousness is more about understanding yourself, able to connect within yourself. So then you're able to connect with others in a more ethical way, amicable way, in a more peaceful way, and where you understand not just about what's happening with you, but you're able to understand what's happening with the others as well. So we can appreciate life for how it's treating us. Now, the fourth level is the oneness consciousness. Oneness consciousness is where I believe it is absolutely with the higher frequency where we see everything as one. And that would come with a lot of practices, deep healing, and a lot of inner work. I don't know whether I can even taste that consciousness, oneness consciousness in this lifetime, but we all can definitely aim for this elevated consciousness level. Now, elevated consciousness level, I can even only appreciate only because I've moved out from the victim space after divorce. Like, why me? It was a lot of blame, it was a lot of shame, comparison, judging myself, thinking that they are judging me. All these emotions, when I was able to process and let go and not appreciate it anymore, but then understand the value of life and the value of people and the value of experiences that I had to experience. Then there was a period where I was all about, oh, I have to learn this, I have to achieve that, I have to do this, I have to prove myself, and seeking a lot of significance as well. I want to be appreciated, I want to be seen, I want to be felt, I want to be belonged, I want to be appreciated, rewarded, whatnot. And from there on, I'm like, okay, that's again, it gives a lot of energy. Yeah, when you achieve, it's a different energy, but when you are not able to achieve, it gives another energy which you have to still combat. I was combating with those things as well. And I felt, okay, this shouldn't be the healing energy, right? A healing energy should make me feel fine, like both in a neutral way. And so then I was working through even more deeper understanding, why is this pull and push happening in this level? And once I realized, okay, I'm seeking significance, I'm seeking validation, I'm seeking appreciation, I'm seeking some sort of reward from others, and that is not how it should be. And there's a comparison. And then I was like, okay, these are the things I need to really work on. I was self aware. And then when you're working on through those things, now you're like, okay, then there came a point where I tell my clients as well this: if anyone thinks you are not a friendly person, you are a bit of a arrogant person, or anything that you feel, that's not you. Of course, nobody will appreciate anyone saying that, okay, you're an arrogant person, you're not a kind person, or anything like that sort. You definitely want to defend yourself and say, hey, listen, I'm not that person. But if someone really feels that, and it's not for the argument's sake, they felt it in some instances, we cannot go and talk to them and make yourself understand, because if they have, that's how they have inferred you, so be it. And you should be okay with accepting that part of you for them. That's okay. Because just because they think this is who you are doesn't mean that you become that person. Your core is still the same. So for me to come to that level of understanding and awareness and acceptance, it had to be a lot of healing that still need to happen. So healing is not like, when, okay, I've done it through certain process or a therapy, now I'm all healed. That doesn't happen that way. It would be always work in progress, depending on the situation that you're facing and how you're seeing things and how you internalize it and how you feel after that. If you're still feeling agitated or you're not at ease within, then something that you need to work on that aspect. So healing is a continuous process. It's not like once it's done and you don't have to revisit it. It's not the case. So elevated consciousness is something like that, as to how we understand about ourselves and how we understand and accept others. That is very important. And for us to reach to that level, we need to keep doing this healing process. Whatever that is meant for you, keep doing it. Some, they do journaling, which helps a lot of awareness, clarity, and things like that. But there are certain processes that is needed if you want to really heal deeply. Seek that. In Manasvi healing, we have 5 hour method framework that helps one to navigate from the victim consciousness all the way to the elevated consciousness. And it helps you to reflect, release, let go of all those negative energies, able to rebalance your energy, and the story you tell yourself, how to reframe it, and how to see yourself in the future, regardless of what age group you are. You give yourself the permission for you to become that person in this lifetime. So, on that note, those are all the 4 level consciousness that we touch base and work on in this Manasvi healing. And hope you enjoyed this part. And if so, give a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel and share it with someone whom you think they may need it or they will enjoy watching this. Until next time, thank you. Namaste.